Hello, dear friends, and thanks for tuning into Taste Radio, the #1 podcast for anyone building a business in food or beverage. I'm Ray Latif, the editor and producer of Taste Radio, and with my co-host for this episode, John Craven, Jacqui Brugliera, and Mike Schneider. This episode features an interview with Bella Hughes and Samira Niku, the co-founders of Better For You gummy brand Better Sour, which recently announced a collaboration with Disney to celebrate the release of the studio's Moana 2 movie. Moana 2. I haven't seen Moana 1 yet.
You haven't?
What?
No, not yet.
It's
Come
like
on.
the best movie ever.
Is it really?
You should
Yeah,
watch
I haven't
the
seen it
movie.
either.
Ray.
Or maybe I
What?
have. I don't know.
We talk all about it in the interview with Bella and Samira, so stay tuned for that. Blue Sky. So I just became familiar with this social platform. Apparently it's been out for 5 years, is this right?
Yep.
Okay, so
It's just been waiting.
It was, I think, pretty rough in the beginning. I don't know, like every social media platform.
okay, but it was created by the founder of Twitter. Apparently he created it when he was still with the company. I mean,
Really?
I guess so.
He-
It's been
because
around-
he knew Twitter
He
was a
knew the
dumpster
future.
fire.
No, it was founded 5 years ago, and I'm pretty sure that
I got an idea.
Jack Dorsey was still with Twitter at the time, right?
I've got an idea. I'm going to make other Twitter.
That's exactly what he
Just
did.
in case, backup Twitter, you know?
Yeah.
Backup Twitter.
Some
According,
people want backup Twitter now.
according to Forbes, Blue Sky was developed in 2019 by then Twitter CEO and co-founder Jack Dorsey. It was originally conceived as a research project to decentralize Twitter. In 2021, it was launched as a separate independent company. So what I'm trying to make clear here is that we're testing this out here at BevNet. We're on the Blue Sky.
We're just trying to be wherever people want to read stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Say what you want about Twitter. I guess I'm still posting on there. Just side tip real quick, if you don't want to be outraged by what you see on Twitter, just look at the following tab. It's a lot better than whatever the algorithm wants to show you.
You mean X?
Whatever it's called. I don't know. You say X, I
guess-
say Twitter. It's
I'm like,
fine.
does anyone actually call it X? I know.
that's a
Some
good
some
question.
places have started referring to it that way. It is its legal name, so it depends if you're trying to go by the book or just be lazy and don't care like myself.
Is
So-
anybody still on Plurk? Just me? Still plurking?
Is that the nerd social media
Yeah, I have
platform?
no idea what Plurk
What are you
is.
talking about?
You're
No.
still checking in on Foursquare too, Mike?
Yeah, still checking in on Foursquare and swarming.
No, but so BevNet, Brewbound, and Nosh are on Blue Sky right now. I think Taste Radio will be on there at some point. So if you are on Blue Sky, follow us. We are posting links to our stories, other content on there as well. So I haven't messed around with this yet, but as soon as I hop off this recording, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Exciting.
Yeah, isn't it fun?
Sure.
Ray's on the Blue Sky.
Taste Radio's on the Blue Sky.
Do you think you'll be Bev?
I didn't think we had an account there.
We do.
Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't on Slack.
This is your
Oh.
opportunity to not be Bev Trade.
I like BevTrade with a Y. So I'm sure we'll be posting notes and highlights and updates on Blue Sky about and from the show floor at Nosh Live, BevNet Live, and Brewbound Live. Now,
Show
is-
floor. It's not a trade show, Ray.
All right.
Come on.
Don't
From
call
the
it the show floor.
ballroom.
Come on. What's your booth
Yeah.
number,
The
Ray?
event room, the events,
Presentations.
the presentations, whatever you want to call it. All right, from the events known as Nosh Live, BevNet Live, and Brewbound Live. So
It's a conference. You could also call it a little bit of a three-ring circus at
yeah,
times.
we can't
but
call it a conference. Last time I called it a conference, Mike went
conference
ballistic.
event.
I like to
And-
call it an event.
I don't know.
Because it's an event.
Just use a lot of words.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
don't say show floor. How
Fine.
about that?
Oh, are we cutting that?
No, we're keeping it in there just to show Ray getting, corrected on something here.
Getting humble for once. For once.
I mean,
getting
I saw a
Unless
guy
he said
yesterday on
something
LinkedIn
wrong.
who said the best part about going to our events was to be able to meet. Was it Ben Bacon who said this?
Oh, yeah,
to
Ben
meet Ray
Bacon.
Latif.
Yeah.
I think he said Ray Latif literally walks on water. So I'm just trying to, level set.
Bring it back down to earth.
Bring it back down.
Yeah. I'm gonna get struck by lightning pretty soon.
Just make sure the elevator's there when you walk in the, on your floor to go down.
I mean, my floor to go up because I'm
No, when you're going down.
my office is at
when
in
you're
the
going to your
helipad.
when you're going to your fine. When you're going from the helipad, just don't go in an empty elevator shaft.
All right, we're obviously we're messing around here, but we are not messing around about the fact that you need to be at these events. If you're in the food biz, you got to be at you got to be at Nosh. If you're in the beverage biz, you got to be at BevNet. If you're in the beer or adjacent beverages business, got to be at Brewbound. And you might, in some cases, want to be at all three or two of the events as well. We've talked about this ad nauseum, the level of speakers that we have coming, the talent that we have as it relates to suppliers and service providers, the networking that goes on there is just top notch, and you're not going to find it anywhere else. And that's not hyperbole. That's the truth. I mean, if you're thinking about, oh, well, I can get it from this conference or that event or so on and so forth, you really can't. And so that's why I'm urging folks to not have FOMO, to get your tickets now, to register. If you have any questions about the event, you're like, oh, am I going to be able to meet this person or meet that person? Is it going to be worth my time or money? And you still have questions, just ask. We're here to answer those questions for you. But there's also plenty of information online. But time is running out. You got to make your plans. You got to get on that flight in some cases. You got to get on that train, car, what have you. But you got to get your tickets for Nosh Live, BevNet Live, and Brodo Live.
I was talking to Stu from Minor Figures, who's coming over from London. Can't wait to see him.
Now, this is the UK London, or is this the one in Ohio?
Hilarious. And he was just asking me about what's can't miss at BevNet Live. And so I was trying to help him curate the experience. And if you're thinking about innovation, like that conversation should come to you. We have it set up so that we're always talking about innovation. There are investors everywhere. There are people who can talk to you about your growth plans and help you, solve messaging issues that you have.
I bet there's a lot of people like Stu that's trying to plan their experience, figure out, what content they want to sit in on, who they want to meet. Everything is on the event website. So I suggest everyone go check out the agenda, pin which agenda items they want to go see, and then also take a look at the attendee list. There's over 1,000 people that will be there across all 3 events from the CPG space, and all of the companies that will be there are on our website. So there is an attendee list, and that's getting updated every day. So go there, plan who you want to talk to, and be, strategic about it. And yeah, plan for your 2025 with the resources that these events will provide.
Over 1,000 people already registered across the 3 events. I am excited to see that number continue to grow. That number should grow with anyone who's listening and hasn't already registered for the events. I have a feeling we're going to hear about the opportunities for beverage alcohol brands, because that is part of the agenda at BevNet, and then obviously at Brewbound as well.
It's funny how we follow the agenda, isn't it?
Isn't it? And what's going to be interesting is to hear people's perspective on the opportunity created by declining wine consumption. Now, it's been reported pretty well out there, or pretty often out there, about how people are drinking less wine. According to Google, global wine consumption is down about 12% from its peak in 2007. That's quite a bit of wine.
I saw something I never thought I would see, which was John Craven consuming a Proxy's and enjoying it.
Well, Proxy's are delicious.
I know.
They make
I know.
amazing,
I'm not saying
products,
Proxy's isn't delicious, but John Craven is a known wine drinker.
Yes. Well, to be clear,
I
Proxy's
also, to be fair, the sparkling ones have been solid. Charlie Friedman from Proxy's sent me their latest white, which is not sparkling. It's still phenomenal stuff.
It is phenomenal stuff, and it's a great substitute for a wine drinker, or someone who just is like me, sober curious, and wants that kind of adult that adult experience.
For sure.
But wine's a good example of like the ebbs and flows of beverage taste too. If you look back to like when it was peak wine, like what else was out there, right? Beer and RTDs and cocktails can make up all these new things, but like wine's kind of just wine. Like they can't just like make up new grapes or like throw some hops in or something. So I don't know. I guess all I'm trying to say is anyone who's calling doomsday on it, it's a beverage that's been around for forever.
Yeah,
really.
I don't think people are calling doomsday on it. I think
some people are.
Well, I think there is a lot of wine that is being thrown out. There are grapes that are going unused because people are drinking less wine.
Sure.
But I had read back in the day that in the 70s, wine, particularly in the United States, was presented as a very sophisticated beverage. And a lot of people who might have been into the beverage kind of tuned out because they thought, oh, it's not for me. And so I got an email a couple days ago about, this is kind of interesting, Pizza Hut. Stay with me, folks. Pizza Hut And how
Immediately piqued
How did we
Ray's
get
interest.
here?
Okay, the first line is Pizza Hut is stepping into the wine business by launching a pizza wine, a unique limited edition tomato wine that captures the essence of your favorite slice in every sip. Okay. Pizza and wine, good combo.
Throwing up in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know if we need that.
But I was saying I was so ready to hate on this, but then I was thinking to myself, okay, what's an easy way? What's like an entry level training wheels way to get people who may not have consumed wine in the past, possibly to get into the beverage via this route?
That ain't it.
Okay, maybe it's not.
I
maybe
mean,
not
it's
it.
like when faux craft beer came out and people thought it would maybe make people into craft beer, and it just made a lot of consumers go, I don't like craft beer because I had X and it sucked.
Yeah.
So
Is it purely like created from tomatoes, or is there any actual wine with a hint of tomato? Like, what is it?
It says that the wine was made in partnership with Kansas-based Irvine's Just Beyond Paradise Winery, which is a family-owned winery or vineyard. The wine offers an aromatic blend of fresh herbs and spices with rich sun-ripened tomato notes and a subtle hint of toasted oak, reminiscent of a perfectly baked pizza crust.
this sounds like it should be positioned as a Bloody Mary, not a wine, but hey, whatever.
The last line is, while crafted from tomatoes, the wine delivers a tasting similar to a white wine when enjoyed chilled. So it's a limited edition gift set. It includes a bottle of the Pizza Hut's new wine, 2 Pizza Hut branded glasses, a wine opener. So
No pizza?
no, you can buy the pizza.
I don't think you need the
separately.
pizza if you're drinking liquid pizza.
It's like, where's the nearest Pizza Hut? Do we even have one?
Yeah, there's one in Dorchester.
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 There's one in Everett. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, I can understand where everyone's coming from because this is originally where I was coming from. But once again, I think maybe people just need a starting point, and maybe tomato wine isn't the best starting point, but at least it opens the door to a new way of consuming.
All right.
We have to try this, but here's the question. Do we actually have to eat at Pizza Hut?
I think we can have it delivered.
The wine?
Both the wine and the
Oh,
pizza.
all right, okay.
I want to put this in like a little Venn diagram exercise because
Sure,
I
go
really
ahead.
like this. Over here is the circle of people who like to try new things and might be into this, and the circle of people who go to Pizza Hut, and I see no overlap.
Well, what about when Pizza Hut has new products that come out, like they had a cheese stuffed crust and stuff like that?
I mean, that's just more of the same, though. That's like, cool.
just
We
more
know that
cheese.
you put
Yeah.
cheese in the crust, or you make a dessert pizza, or you add even like a 15th kind of meat to one of their pizzas. People will buy that.
Back to the Venn diagram. The people who like to try new stuff tried that in 1989 when it came out first time, or whenever
Which
it was,
one?
for stuffed crust.
Okay.
Pizza Hut hasn't had like a major innovation in a while.
I'm not, by the way, to be clear, I'm not advocating for pizza wine.
You're
but
just,
I am
you're just
saying,
stuffing your face with Pizza Hut every
I
day.
am saying
Pizza wine to me is like a nice red blend.
that it's fine. That's fine.
me too.
Jacqui, to help me
How about
here.
a
Help me.
Zinfandel? I'd have a Zinfandel.
I understand
Pizza, that's a little heavy.
A little bit.
I understand your point, Ray, but I feel like there's other ways that people can consume wine in a more approachable manner. Like there's canned wine now, there's like wine-based cocktails, there's like urban wineries that are like way more approachable than some like snootier wineries in, Napa. I think there's just like way better ways to go about it than maybe tomato-based wine.
This is going to be an interesting topic, or this is an interesting topic, and I wish this news had come out before I interviewed Trey Kennedy. Trey Kennedy, the comedian, the content creator, the influencer, who is also the founder of a new brand called Basic Sellers. So I interviewed Trey last week. His interview is coming to a future episode of Taste Radio
Is
very
it funny?
soon. He's funny. Basic Sellers, though, is intended to be a very approachable, easy way for people to consume wine. Their bottles are 187 milliliters, so it's essentially a single glass of
Smart,
wine.
I like that. Yeah.
They have a Pinot Noir variety. They have an Italian white variety. Just make it easy. You don't have to throw out wine if you just want a bottle on a Tuesday night. You have that one glass and that's it.
Not
So
a
I
wicked,
think
not a wicked big Barolo kid.
so. I think that is a much better way to introduce people to wine and get people interested in wine. But I'm not going to completely hate on pizza wine. That's my point there.
Can you maybe bring some basic cellar samples over from your house?
I think they were sent to us. They've got to be some here around the office.
We would have seen that. We would have seen that.
Their team told
maybe
me
sample Captain Colin put them right in his
in his gullet
trunk, along with the Outback Steakhouse press kit we got yesterday.
Well, related to wine consumption and declining wine consumption is the rise of alcohol analogs, non-alcoholic spirits, cocktails, what have you. We've tried plenty on this show. We're going to be talking about a lot of those brands and that trend and category at BevNet Live and Brewbound Live as well. And I came across a new campaign launched by a brand called the Free Spirits Company, which is a brand of non-alcoholic spirits. Sounds appropriate. And I interviewed their founder, Marlon Martin, in April of this year. That episode actually came out, I believe it was in May. So the Free Spirits Company just launched a new professional hugs brand campaign. And they have partnered with a burlesque dancer and a self-identified sex worker named Steph Sugar, as well as a comedian writer, Carla Lee, to create the campaign, which is, as they describe it, an emphatic, comedic, and tongue-in-cheek clapback to the non-alc naysayers.
Is a non-alc naysayer just someone who happens to like alcohol?
I am not sure. I guess so. Mylan created the campaign as a response to the sentiment articulated succinctly by one Instagram user who wrote, "Drinking non-alcoholic spirits," here's to your point, John, "drinking non-alcoholic spirits is like hiring a hooker for a hug." That's me melting into my microphone. No point is what they said.
Wow.
What they said there. So this is a pretty risque campaign, I would say.
You know, they do have sex workers who will just cuddle with you. I'm just saying.
We're gonna not. Just
let
Mike in his own little world over there.
You just turned yourself into a meme. You just turned yourself.
Please don't edit out the pause that we all had there.
There's no editing
whatsoever.
God. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading about this too, and another, I think, quote was, "It's like taking a shower but in a rain jacket." It's like you just like don't get the benefit of whatever you're looking for, I guess, with non-alc. But I don't know. I thought it was really funny, and it really got a lot of people's attention, just what they're doing. And it's cool that it's like their own internal creative agency too, and they brought in these people to create these videos.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really interesting. I saw the YouTube video. It's actually really well produced and done. It's a pretty sophisticated campaign, actually. And as they note here, historically, not drinking alcohol was seen as strange or as a weakness. In the case of Steph, one of their co-creators here, being a burlesque dancer, she's subject to the same negative reception. She defines her job as sex work and is proud of what she does. She sees it as an art form. So when we see a comment as persistent as the one I just said about hiring a hooker for a hug, we felt compelled to address it head on and explore the topics of sex work and non-alcoholic cocktails with humor and compassion for all. So I get it. It makes sense. I like it. It's very eye-opening. It's risque, but you know what? Sometimes to stand out, you gotta do something different.
Are you sure you get it?
I don't want to repeat what you said earlier because
Why not? I mean, what? It's true.
Okay, stop, please. My gosh.
I have not seen this YouTube video, but I hope it still explains the product and the merits of said product.
They do drink the cocktails in the YouTube video, so I think there's plenty of references and bottles and cans that you can see in the YouTube video. So check it out, folks. You can go to the Drink Free Spirits page on YouTube for yourself. We'll include a link in the show notes. All right. Whew, I can't believe I got through that. That was,
yeah, you looked a little uncomfortable, right?
Watch the video. I'm bright red. Okay. So let's move on to some new products.
Safe Space.
Yeah, Safe Space. I came across this brand that shockingly I hadn't seen before. And it was in my family's business in West Hartford, Connecticut, called Tangiers International. It's actually now in Hartford, Connecticut. I don't know. I probably should know that. But it's called It's called Lemon Day.
Ray's family moved the business without telling him.
No, they did. It's literally right down the street, but it went from West Hartford to Hartford. It's
That's
like
amazing.
literally
Your
right down the street.
14 brothers are renting a bus right now and getting their clubs and bats ready to come after you.
They wouldn't do that. They're good guys. This is a brand called Lemon Day, and it is an HPP, a high-pressure processed lemonade. It's made with lemon, water, electrolytes, probiotics, and this is their strawberry lemonade variety that I have in my hand. It comes in a 16-ounce plastic bottle with a red cap.
Some sweetener in there? I see 30 calories, or is it just really light?
There are 30 calories. There are 5 grams of sugar. It is made with strawberry juice concentrate, fruits and vegetables for color. I don't see any added sugar. There's coconut water powder, so maybe that's where.
Well, no 0 calorie sweetener.
No non-nutritive or artificial sweeteners. No. So I figured we can all have some. Jacqui, once again, I apologize because I can't give you any, but let's go here.
Right.
I love lemonade. I always have this conversation with people. Is lemonade a year-round beverage? I think so. I feel like it's something that is nostalgic and homely and
I don't
makes
know.
it feel good.
Is low sugar lemonade kind of like hiring a? I mean, never mind.
Oh boy.
I feel like I'm cuddling right now.
It's more of like a lemon water.
Yeah, I think it's more like a lemon water than lemonade. It's just the flavor is described as a strawberry lemonade, but
Probably would go great with a falafel down at Tangiers.
yeah, I think so. I can see how some people might be listening and say, "Oh, is it like Lemon Perfect?" No, it doesn't taste like Lemon Perfect.
It's not like Lemon Perfect
It definitely
at all.
has more of a lemonade vibe than Lemon Perfect for sure.
Yeah, lemon perfect hits you with a lot of lemon. This is a little more like
A little more reserved.
yeah.
Yeah,
Prebiotics too, eh?
it does. It has inulin fiber as well. Good stuff, and it is distributed by the folks at Rainforest. My brothers work with the team at Rainforest, and I'm shocked that I haven't seen this brand yet until now.
Only 5 grams of sugar, 30 calories. Not bad.
Indeed.
A little pink salt too.
Another beverage flavor that I love, in addition to lemonade, fruit punch. Everybody knows I love fruit punch. And Plezzy, the Better For You kids drink brand, seemingly just launched these new juice boxes. And the 2 varieties that I saw upstairs were a grape juice variety. Was that grape juice?
Blueberry
Blast.
Blast.
Blueberry Blast, sorry. And a tropical fruit punch. As noted at the top of the box, it has 75% less sugar than your average leading fruit juices. I feel like it's going to
I do see why you got confused though, because I'm not sure.
purple.
I'm not sure if it was meant to look purple or if it's a printing issue, but this does look like these are grape flavor cues.
You're talking about the Blueberry Blast.
I am. I'm certainly not talking about fruit punch.
I like that fruit punch is like your favorite, Ray. Like, what is fruit punch? I feel like it's like one of those things that it's just like a name, but it's not actually like specified.
Right. The flavor of fruit punch is very specific. You know you're drinking fruit punch. The problem is you also know what you're drinking. You also know that you're drinking fruit punch when it's really sticky and gross, and everyone knows the
it's
brand
very
I'm talking
Hawaiian
about.
punch, yeah.
Now no one from Hawaiian Punch is going to come to BevNet Live, Mike. I hope you're happy. But Plezzy did a really good job with this. It definitely doesn't taste as sweet as a Hawaiian Punch, but it definitely, the flavor is very reminiscent of that brand. They did a really good job with this. Well done.
Nice. While you're drinking your juice box, I'm planning my meals for the day. I have Hodo Soy's new, pretty much just ready to heat meals. So this one's their red curry tofu, and then I also have the Japanese teriyaki tofu. So I believe they just launched these. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to try these. I don't know why, but tofu intimidates me. Like, you gotta get the water out of it, like dry it out a little bit, make sure you like coat it in something so it has some texture. I'm just like never know what to do with it and just sits in my fridge. So
Eat it out of the package.
yeah, I guess you could do that too. But
terrible
sometimes the
idea.
texture is just like not for me. But so I'm really excited about these because anything they make is delicious. So I bet these are going to be tasty too. And you just got to make some rice and throw some tofu on it. It already has the sauce and you're good to go.
Yeah, if the sauce is key for tofu, Jacqui, like that's what will make you like tofu or not like tofu. Because the texture is weird.
Hodo,
Yeah.
Hodo. I haven't seen those. Are they in Whole Foods or where are they?
I don't know. I think they just launched them. So I think it's just rolling out in retail now.
Nice looking package.
Yeah, it's pretty clear what you're getting. And then what I ate for breakfast the other day randomly is Scott and John's. They have their frozen meals, and really love the packaging, the updated rebranding.
You had shrimp Alfredo for breakfast?
Jeez, that is...
I was desperate. I forgot breakfast. I looked in the freezer and I was like, oh my goodness. And actually, I don't really like breakfast, so this is perfect for me.
I'm going to send you some oatmeal,
Wait,
Jacqui.
I'm a little confused. Why were you desperate? What happened?
I just forgot breakfast. I think it was maybe like a Tuesday morning when I'm trying to get on this like 8 a.m.
It's definitely my
recording. I blame all of you. For
I know.
in the morning.
I felt the garlic coming through actually last week, and now I know why.
Yeah.
So, something that I definitely would drink for breakfast or have for breakfast are Brodo broths, and the amazing team behind Brodo sent us a ton.
Is that what I think it is?
It is. Yes.
Is it? Whoa.
They sent us.
Can I have one at least, right?
They sent us a ton of their bone broths. Brodo started out as a chain of restaurants. They're more like little cafes where they sell bone broth. It was a big craze in New York City some time ago. It's still pretty big in the city. And they have gotten into packaged varieties, and they used to sell frozen cups of their broth at Whole Food stores and other chains as well. And they have since gone into shelf-stable varieties that come in pouches, 8.3-ounce pouches. They are still USDA organic, and they come in amazing varieties. And Marco Canora, who's the founder, and Andrew Garner, who's the CEO of the company, sent us a ton of broth, and I am so grateful. The one I'm holding in my hand right now is their Tom Yum.
Yes.
Coconut curry and lime chicken bone broth variety. They even sent us cups, the Brodo cups that are ubiquitous throughout New York City. That if you see people sipping out of one of these Brodo cups, you know they're drinking something healthy and delicious.
The words are so good on front of pack here. Tom Yum, coconut, curry, and lime. I mean, this is awesome. Brodo, chicken bone broth, Tom Yum, coconut, curry, and lime. The packaging is stunning.
It is.
This is an awesome idea.
So all you have to do is heat the broth.
It's mug ready, it's soup ready, and it is recipe ready, Ray. And it is Ray ready.
You just have to heat up the broth. You can do it in a pot or in the microwave for about 60 to 90 seconds, and you can just put it in a cup, one of these cups. I love, in particular, their spicy nona, which is their chicken bone broth that's made with roasted garlic and chili. This variety will save your life. I mean, especially come in the winter season. I'm going to bring these to BevNet Live and Nosh Live, actually, and Brewbound, because these are delicious. And if you're wondering, each of them have 10 grams of protein per pouch. So 50 calories, 10 grams of protein. They taste amazing. Actually, I'm going to store some of these, too, because they have a really good expiration date, too. So in case anything happens.
The words on the pack, the ingredient label is phenomenal. There's so many good words on here.
Yes. All right.
Organic carrots, organic celery, Himalayan sea salt.
No, there's plenty
You want
more.
One more spicy one.
I'll share more later on. There's the varieties.
What other varieties you got? Come on, Ray.
I've got mushroom. I've got deeply
send
rooted.
it all up here.
I've got Tuscan Sun, Hearth, and the original chicken. No, I'm not sharing anymore.
Maybe a mushroom one?
I'll share them after the show. Jeez.
There's like 8
We gotta
weeks
keep going.
of
I don't
Brodo
trust
there.
you.
Great, there's 8 weeks of Brodo there.
I'm not sharing. We're in the middle of recording here. We're
Wow.
taking up too much tape.
Wow.
Oh God.
Wow,
Good God.
Ray.
That's how much.
This is the only way we can get you to share.
It's like
That's-
right now is your chance.
Right now.
When a camera is pointed at you, otherwise you're like,
That's
Proof.
back off.
that's how you know the
Don't
product
you know
is
who
good.
I am?
When I'm getting harassed to hand out product mid-show. That's how you know the product's really
Mid-show
good.
product harassment.
Yes. I sat down with Marco and Andrew. It was February 13th, I believe, right? Or February 14th. I remember this distinctly. 2020. It was one of the last live interviews I did before the pandemic started. And if you want to read more, hear more about their story, go to tasteradio.com, search for Brodo, Brodo. But I have a strong feeling that I'm going to be sitting down with Marco and Andrew in the pretty near future as well.